Hey everyone, are you more of a coffee person or a tea drinker?
I think I can guess where this is going.
Well, today we're taking a deep dive into the world of green tea.
Right.
Specifically, all the amazing health benefits. We'll be looking at research
Yeah.
showing how green tea can act as an anti-aging powerhouse, boost your brain,
Right.
even benefit your heart health and improve your skin.
I've got all the studies right here.
Perfect. One stat that really caught my eye: drinking 3 cups of green tea every day
Mm-hmm.
can actually reduce the risk of heart disease by a full 25%.
That's right. It's pretty incredible.
So let's start with the basics. What makes green tea such a potent force when it comes to aging?
Well, a lot of it comes down to this compound called EGCG.
EGCG.
Yeah, it stands for epigallocatechin galated.
Okay.
Most people know that antioxidants are good because they fight free radicals.
Right.
But EGCG actually goes a step further. It neutralizes those harmful molecules by donating electrons.
Wow. So it's not just a fight, it's like, what, disarming them?
Exactly.
Yeah.
And that helps prevent damage to our DNA and cell structures.
So is this EGCG unique to green tea?
It's actually found in other teas, like black tea.
Oh, okay.
But green tea comes out on top because it undergoes minimal processing. That means it retains more of that potent EGCG.
Interesting. So by choosing green tea, we're maximizing our antioxidant intake.
Exactly.
Okay. Now, I got to ask about this whole green tea boosts metabolism thing. I've got to admit, I'm a coffee person myself, but, always up for trying something new.
Absolutely. Well, green tea, it's kind of a paradox, right? Because it's got caffeine for that energy boost,
Yeah.
but it also has this calming effect thanks to an amino acid called L-theanine.
Wait, so I can get energized and relaxed at the same time? Tell me more about this L-theanine.
So think of it this way.
Yeah.
You know that feeling of calm focus you get after a yoga session? It's kind of similar to what L-theanine can do for your brain.
Oh,
It works with the caffeine to promote a state of, relaxed alertness.
that makes a lot of sense. Like a balanced energy boost.
Exactly.
No jitters or caffeine crashes.
And studies have shown that this combination can increase your metabolic rate by 4 or 5%.
Okay, so not a drastic change,
Right.
but still, it's pretty impressive.
Yeah.
What about those claims that green tea
Yeah.
can help with weight loss, specifically targeting belly fat?
So a 2022 meta-analysis actually found
Okay.
that green tea does have a noticeable effect on reducing belly fat.
Really?
Yeah, but it's important to remember, green tea isn't a magic bullet.
So it's not about ditching the gym and replacing meals with green tea.
Definitely not.
Okay, good.
It works best when combined with a healthy diet and regular exercise.
Right, of course.
It's more like it gives your metabolism a little nudge, helps with fat oxidation.
Okay,
It's most effective as part of a holistic approach.
that makes sense. So we talked about L-theanine and how it affects the brain.
Yeah.
What else can you tell me about the connection between green tea and brain function?
Well, aside from that calm focus,
Yeah.
L-theanine has been linked to some pretty impressive cognitive benefits.
Oh,
Yeah, studies have shown that regular green tea consumption
okay.
can actually improve memory, reaction times, and even boost creativity.
Wow.
It's no coincidence that Buddhist monks have used green tea for meditation for centuries.
Wow, centuries. I had no idea it had such a rich history. So we've talked about antioxidants, brain power. What about heart health? You mentioned earlier some impressive stats.
Right, you mentioned that drinking 3 cups a day can reduce the risk of heart disease by 25%.
That's right. That's huge. What's green tea doing to protect our hearts?
Studies show that green tea can lower LDL cholesterol,
The bad cholesterol.
right, and triglycerides. Both of those are major contributors to heart disease.
So it's like giving your heart a little TLC with every cup.
You could say that. And not just the heart, it seems.
Wait, there's more. Okay, I'm ready. What other benefits does this wonder drink have?
Those powerful anti-inflammatory properties we talked about earlier, they also work wonders for your skin.
You're telling me green tea can benefit my skin too?
Yeah. Chronic inflammation is a major culprit behind skin aging,
Right.
and green tea can help counter that. It inhibits those pro-inflammatory molecules that lead to wrinkles and other signs of aging. In fact, a recent study even called green tea nature's Botox.
Nature's Botox. I
Yeah.
like that. But what's the science behind that? How do the effects on wrinkles compare to, say, using a topical retinol?
While green tea does show promise, in reducing inflammation
Yeah.
and protecting against UV damage, which contributes to aging. It's not a direct replacement for something like retinol.
Okay.
Retinol works by increasing cell turnover, which is a different mechanism.
So it's more about using green tea to support overall skin health
Exactly.
rather than expecting it to, erase wrinkles overnight.
That's a good way to put it. It's about incorporating green tea into a comprehensive skincare routine
Right.
that addresses your specific needs.
That makes sense. It's all about balance. Now, I have to admit, I know some people find the taste of green tea a bit, well, let's just say, not for everyone. Any tips on making it more enjoyable?
Oh, absolutely. The key is to brew it right.
Okay, I'm all ears. What are the secrets to brewing the perfect cup?
Firstly, ditch the boiling water.
Really?
Yeah, green tea's delicate,
Okay.
and using water that's too hot can scald the leaves and release bitterness. Aim for a temperature around 175 degrees Fahrenheit, which is just below boiling.
Got it. No scorching the green tea. What about steeping time?
2 to 3 minutes is ideal.
Okay.
Any longer, and you guessed it, it gets bitter.
Right.
And for those who want to kind of enhance the flavor,
Yeah.
adding a squeeze of lemon, a touch of honey, or even some fresh mint can make a big difference.
Those are great tips. I've also heard that blending matcha, which is like a concentrated form of green tea into smoothies, is a delicious way to get your daily dose.
That's a fantastic idea. You can even add it to yogurt or oatmeal for a little flavor boost.
So many creative ways to enjoy green tea. So we've covered a lot here. Fighting free radicals, boosting brain power, protecting our hearts, and even our skin.
Yeah.
It's clear that green tea is a powerhouse. What's the key takeaway for our listeners so far?
I'd say if you're looking for a natural way to enhance your health and well-being, green tea is a fantastic choice. It's not a miracle cure, but it's a powerful ally with a multitude of benefits.
Couldn't agree more. But this is just the beginning of our deep dive.
Right.
We still have much more to explore. We'll be back shortly to uncover more about the wonders of green tea
Yes.
and how you can incorporate it into your daily routine. Stay tuned.
Welcome back. I don't know about you, but after hearing about all those benefits,
Yeah.
I'm ready to brew a cup of green tea right now.
Me too. It's really amazing how
Yeah.
something so simple can be so powerful for our health.
Exactly. And you mentioned earlier that research on green tea is constantly evolving. What are some of the newer areas that scientists are excited about? Well, one area that's generating a lot of buzz is green tea's potential in protecting brain health as we age.
Oh, so beyond those benefits to focus and all that.
Exactly. We already talked about L-theanine
Yeah.
and its ability to promote calm focus, but there's more to the story.
Okay, this is where it gets really interesting. Are you saying green tea could actually play a role in preventing, like, age-related cognitive decline?
That's what emerging research suggests. You remember EGCG?
Yeah, that powerful antioxidant.
Right, the potent antioxidant we discussed earlier. Well, studies indicate it might also help protect brain cells from the damage caused by oxidative stress, which is a major contributor to those age-related cognitive issues.
So, in addition to all the other benefits, green tea could be giving our brains a fighting chance against, the effects of aging.
It's pretty remarkable.
That's remarkable. Is there a specific type of damage that EGCG protects against?
Studies are showing it can help reduce the buildup of amyloid plaques in the brain. Those are a hallmark of Alzheimer's disease. Now, of course, it's not a cure,
Right.
but incorporating green tea into a healthy lifestyle could potentially lower the risk or delay the onset of cognitive decline.
It seems like every time we learn more about green tea, there's another potential benefit waiting to be discovered.
It really highlights the importance of staying curious and keeping up with the latest scientific discoveries, right?
Absolutely. Speaking of discoveries, I've heard whispers about green tea being beneficial for gut health. Is there any truth to that?
There's definitely a connection. Green tea contains polyphenols,
Okay.
which are plant compounds that act as prebiotics.
Prebiotics, remind me what those are again.
Think of them as food for the good bacteria in your gut.
Okay.
They help nourish and support a healthy microbiome, which is crucial for everything from digestion to immunity.
So by drinking green tea, we're not only giving our own bodies a boost, but we're also feeding the, trillions of good bacteria living in our gut.
It's a win-win situation, right?
That's amazing.
And a healthy gut microbiome has been linked to so many benefits. Better digestion, reduced inflammation, and even a stronger immune system.
It's incredible how interconnected everything is. Who would have thought that sipping a cup of tea could have such far-reaching effects? But, I know a lot of people get confused about the role of green tea in weight loss.
Yeah.
Some see it as like a miracle solution, while others are skeptical. What's the reality?
You hit the nail on the head. It's neither a magical cure nor is it completely ineffective. Green tea can be a valuable tool for weight management,
Okay.
but it's not a solo act.
So it's not about ditching the gym and swapping every meal for green tea.
Definitely not. It's about incorporating it into a healthy lifestyle.
Right, of course.
Things like balanced eating, regular physical activity, and stress management.
So green tea is more like a supportive friend on your weight loss journey, not a superhero swooping in to save the day.
That's a great way to put it.
What can it realistically do to help?
It can give your metabolism a little boost, enhance fat oxidation, and maybe help curb cravings. But its real power lies in working alongside those other healthy habits, creating like a synergistic effect.
That makes a lot of sense. It's about making sustainable changes.
Right.
And using green tea as a tool to complement those efforts.
Absolutely. And remember, weight management is a journey, not a destination.
Yeah.
It's about finding what works best for you and creating a lifestyle you can maintain long term.
Well said. Okay, before we move on, let's recap what we've talked about. We started by discussing green tea's potential in protecting brain health as we age.
Yeah.
Specifically, EGCG's role in reducing oxidative stress and potentially guarding against cognitive decline.
Right. We then delved into the fascinating world of gut health, uncovering how green tea's polyphenols act as prebiotics.
Nourishing those good bacteria in our gut.
Exactly. And finally, we had a frank conversation about green tea and weight loss, emphasizing its role as a supportive tool in a holistic weight management plan.
Not a quick fix. It's all about integrating it into a healthy lifestyle.
Exactly. Small changes, consistent effort, and a little help from green tea can make a big difference.
I love that. Now, I know some of our listeners might be thinking, okay, this all sounds great, but how do I actually incorporate green tea into my routine? I'm not exactly a tea connoisseur.
That's a great question, and one we'll definitely address. But first, I want to shine a spotlight on a specific type of green tea
Okay.
that's been gaining a lot of traction lately.
Matcha? Ah, matcha. The trendy cousin of green tea. What makes it so special? Why is everyone going crazy for matcha?
Matcha is unique because it's made from shade-grown tea leaves. This process increases the chlorophyll content,
Okay.
giving matcha that vibrant green color and more concentrated dose of nutrients and antioxidants.
Chlorophyll, that's the stuff that makes plants green, right? And helps them, like, absorb sunlight.
That's right. And in matcha, it acts as a potent antioxidant,
Yeah.
adding to its already impressive nutritional profile.
Interesting. So it's not just about the vibrant color. There's actually a scientific reason behind it. What else sets matcha apart from regular green tea?
Well, with traditional green tea, you steep the leaves and then discard them.
Right.
But with matcha, you're consuming the entire leaf, ground into a fine powder.
Oh, wow.
This means you get a more concentrated dose of all those beneficial compounds we've been talking about.
So we're talking like next level antioxidant power, a supercharged dose of L-theanine, and other nutrients.
Yeah, that's right.
Okay, I'm starting to understand the hype, but I'll be honest, my matcha experience is limited to, matcha lattes and the occasional smoothie. What are some other ways to enjoy it?
Well, matcha is incredibly versatile. You can whisk it into hot water for traditional matcha tea.
Yeah.
Or get creative and add it to yogurt, oatmeal, or even use it in baking.
Matcha cookies, now you're talking.
Exactly. It lends itself well to both sweet and savory dishes.
Okay.
So feel free to experiment and see what you like best.
This is making me rethink my whole snack game. But before I go on a matcha baking spree, is there anything I should look for when choosing matcha powder? I imagine not all matcha is created equal.
You're absolutely right. Quality can vary greatly.
Okay.
Look for matcha that's bright green in color with a fine powdery texture. It should have a slightly sweet vegetal aroma and a smooth, creamy taste.
And I'm guessing price is also a factor?
To some extent, yes. Higher quality matcha will generally be more expensive, but it's worth investing in a good product.
Especially if it means reaping all those incredible health benefits we've been talking about. Okay, let's shift gears a bit and talk about practical tips for incorporating green tea, including matcha, into our daily routine.
I think some of our listeners are eager to start putting this knowledge into action.
Well, the good news is it's easier than you might think. Start by choosing a type of green tea that appeals to you.
Right.
Whether it's a classic sencha, a robust genmaicha, or a vibrant matcha, there's a variety for every palate.
And don't be afraid to experiment with different flavors and brewing methods until you find what you like best.
Exactly. It should be enjoyable, not a chore. Are there any simple ways to, like, enhance the flavor?
Absolutely. You can add a squeeze of lemon, a dollop of honey, or a sprig of mint.
Mm.
It's all about finding what works for you.
Those are great tips. Now, for those of us who are always on the go,
Yeah,
are there any, like, convenient ways to get our green tea fix?
absolutely. Green tea bags are a lifesaver for busy mornings or when you're traveling. You can also find pre-made bottled green tea drinks,
Oh,
but be sure to check the sugar content.
good point. We don't want to undo all those health benefits by loading up on sugar. And what about matcha? Any convenient options for matcha lovers on the move?
There are now single-serve matcha packets
Oh, cool.
that make it super easy to whip up a quick cup. You can even find matcha-infused snacks and beverages for a boost on the go.
Those are fantastic ideas. This is making me rethink my whole, like, coffee routine. I'm feeling inspired to get more creative with green tea.
That's great to hear. And remember, even small changes can make a big difference.
Speaking of changes, I know some people are concerned about the caffeine content of green tea. Is that something we need to be mindful of?
It's definitely a valid concern.
Yeah.
Especially for those who are sensitive to caffeine or trying to limit their intake.
So how does the caffeine content of green tea compare to, say, coffee?
Well, while green tea does contain caffeine, it's generally less than coffee.
Okay.
A typical cup of green tea has about 30 to 50 milligrams of caffeine,
Okay.
while a cup of coffee can range from 100 to 200 milligrams.
So it's still a good idea to be mindful,
Right.
but it's not necessarily a caffeine bomb like some people might think.
Exactly. And if you're looking to reduce your caffeine intake, you can always opt for decaf green tea or enjoy your green tea earlier in the day.
Great suggestion. So we've explored matcha, discussed practical tips, addressed concerns about caffeine.
Yeah.
I feel like we've covered so much ground already.
We have. But before we move on to our final segment, I think it's important to touch on one final but crucial aspect of green tea:
Okay, that's that.
sustainability. As with any food or beverage we consume, it's essential to consider the environmental impact of our choices.
You're absolutely right. And when it comes to green tea, sustainability can be a complex issue with, various factors to consider. Where do we even begin?
Well, let's break it down. First and foremost, look for green tea that's certified organic.
Okay.
This ensures that it's been grown without the use of harmful pesticides and herbicides, which can negatively impact the environment and human health.
Organic is always a great starting point. What else should we keep in mind?
Consider the origin of the tea. Look for brands that prioritize fair trade practices.
Okay.
This means the tea farmers are paid fairly for their labor and their working conditions are safe and ethical.
Fair trade is essential. It's about supporting a system that values both people and the planet. Are there any other, like, sustainable choices we can make when it comes to green tea?
Absolutely. Pay attention to the packaging.
Okay.
Choose brands that use sustainable packaging materials like recycled paper or compostable bags to minimize waste.
Those are all great points. It's about being conscious consumers and supporting brands that align with our values.
Exactly. Every little step we take can make a difference. By choosing green tea that's organic, fair trade, and sustainably packaged, we're contributing to a more responsible and equitable tea industry.
Well said. Now, I know we have more fascinating insights to share, but I think it's time to take a short break and come back for our final segment. Stay tuned for more. Welcome back to our deep dive into green tea.
We've covered a lot of ground,
Yeah.
from the science behind its health benefits to practical tips for incorporating it into our daily lives.
Absolutely. But there's one more aspect I want to explore before we wrap up.
Okay, I'm intrigued. What else is there to uncover?
Well, it struck me that green tea, it's more than just a drink. It's almost like a cultural phenomenon.
You're right. It's woven into so many societies around the world, especially in Asia.
Exactly. It's not just about the health benefits. It's the rituals, the
Right.
traditions, the sense of community that surrounds it. It's almost a lifestyle.
It really is. Take Japan, for instance. The tea ceremony, known as shonoyu.
Yeah.
It's a highly esteemed art form emphasizing mindfulness, respect, and harmony.
I've always been fascinated by those traditional tea ceremonies. They seem so elegant and intentional.
They are. And beyond the formal ceremonies, green tea is just like ingrained in everyday life in so many cultures.
Yeah.
It's often shared with family and friends, offered as a gesture of hospitality,
Right.
or just enjoyed as a quiet moment of contemplation.
It's incredible how something so simple as a cup of tea can hold so much meaning for people. It reminds us that food and drink aren't just about, like, fueling our bodies.
Right.
They're about connecting with each other.
Absolutely. Green tea, with its rich history and global appeal, really exemplifies that. It transcends borders and languages, offering a shared experience that resonates with people from all walks of life.
It's like a universal language spoken through the clinking of teacups and the shared appreciation of its aroma and flavors.
Well said.
Yeah.
And that's what makes these conversations so rewarding.
Yeah.
It's not just about the scientific facts and figures. It's about understanding the human element.
This deep dive has really been a testament to that.
It has.
We've journeyed from exploring the tiny antioxidants in green tea to recognizing its cultural impact around the world.
It's been an incredible journey, from those molecular compounds to a global phenomenon.
And I have a feeling this is just the beginning of our green tea adventure.
Oh, definitely.
There's always more to learn, more to discover, and more ways to enjoy it.
As we continue to explore the world of green tea, I encourage everyone listening, approach it with curiosity, mindfulness, and an openness to its many forms.
What a perfect note to end on. A huge thank you to everyone for joining us today.
Yes, thank you.
We've had a wonderful time exploring the world of green tea, and we hope you have too.
It's been a pleasure sharing our insights with you.
Until next time, stay curious, stay hydrated,
Yeah.
and keep exploring the wonders that surround us.